Here we go. First question. Back in the 80s, how did you handle the ultimate dilemma of choosing a song on a cassette tape without the luxury of skipping tracks instantly?
Oh, that was a classic dilemma, daughter. We had to be super strategic. You'd have to fast forward or rewind the tape, and sometimes you get a little bit of that annoying static if you went too far, so it was a game of patience and precision. But hey, it made it all the more rewarding when you finally got to the right song.
Absolutely. It was like a mini adventure every time. All right, next question. Considering the 80s was the era of big hair and neon colors, how did you manage to keep your hairstyle in place without the magic of modern hairspray and styling tools?
Oh, the 80s hair was definitely an art form. We had some serious weapons in our arsenal. Good old-fashioned hairspray was a must, and we used a ton of it. Plus, we had things like mousse and good old-fashioned blow dry with the round brush to get that volume going. It was definitely a labor of love.
I can only imagine the dedication involved. All right, moving on to the next question. How did you handle the classic situation of trying to find a payphone when you were out and about and there were no cell phones to rely on?
Oh, the legendary payphone hunt. That was always an adventure. You had to be on the lookout for those trusty blue boxes, and sometimes you'd have to ask around to find one. And you'd always have a pocket full of change because you never knew how much it would cost. It was like a little treasure hunt every time you need to make a call.
Absolutely. It was always a little adventure just to make a call. All right, next question. In the 80s, how did you manage to survive without the convenience of GPS and Google Maps? I bet getting lost was a whole different experience.
Oh, getting lost in the 80s was definitely a unique experience. We had good old paper maps, and we had to actually know how to read them. If we got really stuck, we'd ask for directions, and sometimes it involved a bit of guesswork and a lot of patience, but it definitely made the journey more interesting and gave us a great sense of direction in the end.
Absolutely. It was like a treasure hunt every time. All right, moving on to the next one. With all the classic arcade games back in the 80s, how did you handle the competitive spirit of trying to get the highest score, especially without any of the modern gaming tech?
Oh, the arcade battles were legendary. We had to bring our A game with those quarter-fed machines. It was all about memorizing patterns, having quick reflexes, and a bit of friendly rivalry with your friends. The high scores were like badges of honor, and we keep coming back to beat them. It was a blast.
All right, let's keep it rolling. In the era of landlines and no caller ID, how did you handle the mystery of who was calling you and the excitement of answering the phone?
Oh, that was always a thrill. You never knew who was on the other end of the line, so picking up the phone felt like opening a little mystery box. Sometimes he was a friend, sometimes it was a telemarketer, and sometimes it was just a wrong number. But it kept things exciting. And if it was someone special, it was definitely a highlight of the day.
Absolutely. It kept you on your toes. All right, next question. How did you manage to stay entertained on long road trips without the luxury of portable DVD players or streaming music?
Oh, those road trips were an adventure in themselves. We had good old-fashioned car games like I Spy, the license plate game, and we'd sing along to the radio or cassette tapes. And of course, there were always those classic family stories and jokes to keep everyone entertained. It was a lot simpler, but made the journey pretty fun.
So, back in the 80s, if you wanted to share a song with a friend, you had to either record it on a cassette or make a mixtape. How do you think that compares to just sending a song over a text in seconds?
Oh, making a mixtape was like an art form. It took time, patience, and a lot of love. You carefully pick each song, hit record at just the right moment, and then decorate the cassette cover. It was a personal touch that just can't be matched by sending a song in a text. Nowadays it's super convenient, but there's something special about that old school effort.
Absolutely. It's like the difference between a handwritten letter and a quick email. All right, let's dive into the next one. So, Uncle, back in the day, if you wanted to know what your friends were up to, you had to actually call them on a landline and hope they were home. How do you feel about the magic of just checking their social media stories instantly now.
Oh, absolutely. It was a bit of a treasure hunt back then. You call up and maybe get the dreaded busy signal, or you'd have to talk to their parents first. But now it's like magic with social media. You can see what everyone's up to in real time.